What's going on, Legionnaires? Welcome to the episode of the Legion of Comic Correction. We talk all things comic books. Woohoo! Oh, man.
It's Morphin time!
You did too many. It's just
T-Rex.
You guys should have done the forearm.
Oh, the
bump.
forearm punch.
You both of you do. With
Do it.
I can't like
no, you have to not look at each other. Just go.
No, here. That was
Nice.
just like that.
man. They look really. They look way cooler.
They
than
look
we
way
do, though.
cooler than we do.
Anyway.
we did not look cool.
It's not
doing
hard.
that.
Wow.
You're not in spandex.
That's
I
true.
wish
I full spandex would have been good for this episode.
it would have. I
Yeah.
should have told me. I would have brought it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are in the middle of the month of December, and we have last week was a little bit of a heavy episode.
This is like
week-
Memorial Month.
This week is also a little bit of a heavy episode. So,
Jeez.
before we get into the heaviness that is this week, if you are new here, like and subscribe, hit that bell. Don't forget to go down in the description, click those links down there. They go to all different kinds of places where you can support us as a channel. Our website where you can buy sweet merch. I like that. Sweet merch like this, and sweet merch like those things over there.
You can't buy this.
All the things. Can't
Well,
buy that. That's
you can't-
special.
Can't buy it.
That's right. And
It's exclusive.
you can't
Exclusive.
you can't buy Harry either. He's not
No.
for sale.
No.
Name the price. Anyway,
Venmo Victoria, $5,000.
Drop it in the comics.
wow, you're lowballing yourself, man. I would have at least given you like 80 grand.
Wow.
Wow.
Listen, he's the Ox King.
That is true.
You'd be
True.
buying royalty.
Royalty. Buying your way into royalty. The
Or-
Earl of Ox.
Or buying him out
Earl
of
of Ox.
royalty.
yeah, that could be it too.
Yeah, well, if you don't want to buy merch, you can go to our Patreon and become a supporter there, or you can get extra content, free content, or not free content, you pay for it. But
It's
cool
free.
extra content.
It only costs $5.99.
Yeah, that's not.
Actually, we don't have a $5.99 tier.
I don't think we do.
It's
We
what,
have,
two?
No, it's three,
Cheaper.
3, 5,
Three?
3,
Cheaper.
5, and 10. I think
3, 5, and 10.
Yeah.
What's
$5 and
$10 a month? That's what?
everything.
$140? I'm kidding.
Don't do the math for
It's a
them.
joke.
They might
He
not
couldn't
do it.
the math. He did it wrong.
He did do
That's
it. wrong.
only
It was a joke.
what's $10
Don't worry
divided by
about
30? How many cents is
Oh,
that?
10. Oh, he's talking about like daily.
What's 1,000 pennies?
What's a
It's
yeah?
not much.
Not
Right?
a
It's
big-
1,000.
Yeah.
1,000 pennies.
What?
1,000 pennies
It's
is
$10.
$10.
I know,
So
So
I,
that's
no one
like 30.
asked that question.
No, but
30
he's
days.
saying-
No, I said in 30 days.
I
How
know,
many?
but he's saying
per-
what's with dropping 1,000 pennies? That's not hard.
Okay, we're gonna let you drop in the comments what you think the answer is.
There you
Yeah,
go.
how much are you actually spending per day if you spend $10 in a month?
There you go.
Guarantee it's less than the coffee you buy every day.
Ooh,
That's true.
it
You get more.
probably
You
is.
get more things out of
Get
it,
more stuff.
and it
more
doesn't hurt
stuff.
your stomach.
Nope.
Well, sometimes
It might. That's
episodes like
this?
today.
true. They
Yeah.
do have to look at this shaved face.
That is true.
Well, it's
That's
not.
gonna maybe hurt your stomach.
Honestly, it's not his fault. Kevin Conroy passed away, and Logan lost all of his manly beard.
Just fell out.
Just fell out of his
Fell
face.
out of respect.
Ripped it out
Yeah.
in agony.
Well, it started growing back, and then we
And then-
heard that Jason David Frank, our very own Green Ranger / White Ranger, passed away as well.
The only green white ranger that will ever matter.
Yeah, 100%, man. He was like, when we were kids,
The greatest.
he was he was who you wanted to be.
Exactly. He's still who I wanted to be.
Yeah, he's like, man, if I could pull off that ponytail, if I
My
could pull
gosh.
off that hoop earring,
Yes.
if I could pull off all of that, you know, like if I could do that and actually be
A
cool.
big part of why I went into martial arts was the Power Rangers.
I believe it,
and
man.
Tommy.
I was gonna say he's the main reason I got into skydiving with a snowboard.
Oh yeah, man.
Main reason.
No.
That's a
I've always wanted to.
But there's the yeah.
yeah. I think I would enjoy that.
100%. If I'm gonna skydive, I want a snowboard.
For sure.
I also
Better have it.
No
I also
snow though.
No
Too
snow.
cold.
I need to wear a White Ranger outfit
100%.
while skydiving.
Maybe that's what
with
we
the
should be
snowboard.
doing as the Legion is actually
Going
skydiving
Skydive snowboarding with
with
White Ranger outfits.
White Ranger outfits.
I think so.
We can all be Tommy. We can all be Tommy. I'm not
Aw.
gonna make anybody be anybody else.
The next
Thanks.
Patreon
the goal benchmark.
goal. Yeah, goal.
There we go.
To go, that's a very expensive.
That's a very expensive goal.
Maybe we can. What
Well, the
if
next
we,
goal is 100. So
Yeah. Well, what if
No, that's
what
not
if
true.
what if we skydive in front of our green screen
we could
wearing
wearing
White Ranger
White
outfits?
Ranger outfits.
Well, if you guys do that, then I'm just gonna, because I'm not the biggest Power Ranger fan. I'm not.
Well,
I'll be honest.
Could you be?
I wasn't allowed to watch it when I was a kid.
Oh, rough.
Well, you could
Rough.
be He could be
Also
Goldar.
didn't have cable.
He could be.
No,
Goldar.
if we're gonna be
Goldar.
surfing
He could be
down things,
Goldar.
I'm gonna be Batman, George Clooney Batman, surfing down a door
another.
from a spaceship that
He
Mr.
could-
Freeze made.
Yes.
So
Well, I mean, that's just logical. You know, that's just logic. I got you here. I hear you.
it's a mere simple substitute.
Yeah, it's a
substitute.
logical substitute.
All
If
right, well,
anything. Yeah.
well, listen.
And yes, there will be nipples.
Listen, if anything, we
Stop
are working
saying that.
in logic.
You can see.
This
I
is
can
your-
say that name.
You are.
The word
You're saying it way too much.
Nipples,
You're saying it too
nipples.
much.
bat nipples.
is a name. Well,
How else do you?
I'm gonna name my first dog Nipples.
would you like to meet
That-
my friend Nipples? It's not a name.
No, don't do that. It's horrible.
Don't name
horrible.
anything nipples except for
Yeah.
your actual nipples.
Yeah.
Or if you have a bat suit that has nipples, then I guess you can.
I don't.
What if his name
we
was
have
Nine
lost
Pels?
track. We have lost track. We are way off.
demonetized.
We are way off.
Anyway, in honor of Jason, I always get mixed up. Jason David Frank. He's got 3 first names.
He's
Wild.
got 3 first names.
He's a wild card right there.
That is true. I mean, you can't trust somebody with 2 first names.
He's got 3. Well, does that mean you can actually trust him more?
I don't know how the. I don't know.
Manly
The
and
math.
how that
Jack
levels
Ryan.
I don't know the math on that.
Well, I
don't
wouldn't
know the
trust
math
Jack
on that.
Ryan ever.
3 first names. 2
Does
first
that mean
names
that
can't trust.
You can't 3.
Does that
3
cancel
first
it out?
The most trustworthy person. in the
I
world.
don't know how the transitive property works in there.
It's Tommy.
Yeah.
The most trustworthy. I mean,
We
you
can
get,
trust him.
you get
We can
lost in
trust
those
him.
eyes.
Yes. I mean, there's never been a time where you. Actually, I shouldn't say that because when he was the Green Ranger, you couldn't trust him.
Right.
Actually,
but that was Rita's fault.
that was Rita's fart.
Rita's fault.
I stand by that statement. I stand by what I just said.
Anyway,
That's Rita's.
in honor of his passing, we watched the original Power Rangers 1995.
OG.
Uh,
Mighty Morphin
Secret
Power
of-
Rangers.
the secret- I almost said Secret of the Ooze. Thinking of-
You think you're gonna play that theme song, or do you think
Turtles.
that's kind
No,
of
we get
Nah,
that.
we
That's probably-
couldn't.
don't play
get
that.
flagged.
Yeah.
Yeah,
flagged so quickly?
so hard.
Flag.
Like it's
Anyway.
Flag Day, June 14th.
That's right.
With a snowboard in the sky.
Yeah.
Flag Day is June 14th.
We watched it. It's Ivan News, and
It's
man,
A
it's still good.
cinematic classic.
It's still good.
It's one of the greatest movies that
other
has
than
ever been produced
other
in the history of
June
mankind.
14th, Flag Day.
other than the cringeworthy CGI,
I'm sorry,
really
I'm sorry,
enjoyed it.
I'm sorry, excuse me. The CGI that was
Oh, my
well
word.
ahead of its time.
Well,
I
well
will
ahead
not-
it goes
time.
Lord of the Rings.
Uh-huh. Thank you.
slightly above it is Power Rangers.
Yes.
Oh, you're going lower.
I was doing a top. Lord of the Rings CGI for like time groundbreaking CGI.
Okay.
Lord of the Rings.
No,
Lord of the Rings.
Avatar.
Avatar.
Lord of the
Oh,
Rings.
Avatar was in the pinnacle era of CGI.
So,
Okay,
but
it
they
doesn't-
still
Can,
groundbroke.
can
No,
we
it
all,
wasn't.
Can we all
It
just
was.
agree? Can we
Avatar's
all
trash.
Just agree. It doesn't matter your order
I'm with
of
you.
Avatar or Lord of the Rings. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is
Above
the
it.
top.
All the
Can
way
we
up.
just can we get
All
on
the
the
way
same?
up.
Can we just be real here?
All
For a
the way
minute?
up. All the way
It
up.
doesn't matter. I don't care.
All
what
the
your-
way up.
I don't care what your 2 through 10 looks like. Your
To
number
the
1 is
top,
Mighty
to
Morphin
the
Power
top.
Rangers. Okay.
Okay.
All the way up there. So we're not going to do a full comic correction review on
No.
it. We are
No.
going to talk a little bit about it, and we will give a verdict at the end.
We will.
And then we'll talk a little bit. We'll talk a little bit about the loss of Tommy because it was rough. And there's some facts we want to give out there. Some things that we've read in the news. We want to make sure you guys are aware of. Just to keep you guys, informed in the comic world.
Especially because of last month.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Sure.
exactly.
Exactly
Yeah,
right.
Men's mental
Exactly
health.
Right. Men's
is
mental
a
health.
big
I mean,
thing.
this is a perfect example.
Yeah, right. Where we want to
Unfortunate but perfect example.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Yes, but I mean, if when left unchecked
Yeah.
and not supported in the right way, you
Well,
know, this
and it's
is
a call.
This is what we need to be working against.
it's a call to come
Fighting.
alongside
Mm-hmm.
the people who have lost and the people who are struggling.
That's right.
To help make sure these kinds of things don't happen as often as they do, because they happen a lot, whether
They
it be
do.
a celebrity or not. It's sad and it's hard and it's something that we can battle against, and we want to battle against it. So
Right.
we
We're
want to
going to
make
morph
sure.
mental's health.
Yeah,
Mm.
go
now
Power
we just need a shirt.
Rangers.
Now we just need a shirt for that.
So, and it
That'd be
involves
pretty
Power
dope with the
Rangers.
Power Rangers lightning bolt and
Morph mental health.
Yeah,
coined it.
Coined it.
boom.
Trademark.
Trademark. Just-
Trademark.
Write it down, send it our
Don't
way.
you
We'll
steal
make
that.
it.
No, patent pending.
Patent pending.
Hasbro. I'm watching you. I got your name.
Anyway, so
And I got all your stuff.
to give some honor to the Power Rangers, let's talk a little bit about either what the series meant to us or what the movie meant to us, what our favorite parts of the movie was. It's just we'll go around and we just kind of share a little bit about what Power Rangers meant to us. So we're actually Brett's been a guest this whole month. He's behind the scenes all the time.
Kick us off, man.
Yeah. So since you're here,
There you go.
and we know you love Power Rangers too.
I do.
In fact, we were looking for it, man. It is nowhere. It is not streaming anywhere. And Brett's like, I found it. And we're like, where'd you find it? And he's like, it's on my personal server.
Personal archives.
Like, what the heck? He's like, the first thing he's like, oh, you mean this one?
It used to
He
be on
showed the
Netflix.
new one.
It had been on Netflix
it's
for a little
nowhere
bit,
now.
and then they
Yeah.
not
It's
the
nowhere.
original, not the OG.
No,
The
well,
06.
it's a Fox property, so hopefully it'll eventually make its way to Disney Plus
That's
or
true.
Hulu.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, Brett, start us off. Like when
Kick
you think of Power Rangers, particularly Tommy, what does it make you think of? What are some memories you have around Tommy and his kick butt action and Power Rangers in general?
Yeah, huge Power Rangers fan. Tommy, it's funny because everybody loved Tommy, but I liked him, obviously. Everybody loved him in some way.
Yeah.
But I was a huge Black Ranger fan. So
Oh man, he's so great.
my parents actually waited in line for Christmas one year for hours to get me my 14-inch figurine. It was
That's
pretty awesome.
Oh,
That is awesome.
His Zord was sick too.
The
The
Mastodon, man.
and he had a battle axe.
Oh yeah.
He had like the axe
Oh
weapon.
yeah.
Zach,
Yes.
the Black Ranger, man,
Zach.
he was so cool.
Zach was awesome.
Not in this, though.
He's Adam in this, and he
Right.
has the Mastodon at the beginning. He
Yep.
just gets the Ninjetti gives him a frog.
Yes.
We'll talk a little
I
bit about
don't
that.
like that trade-off.
We'll talk
It's not
about
a great trade-off.
Oh, that's
The
right.
Mastodon
I
to
have
the
a-
frog is
you're
not
right.
a good move,
I know.
man.
I have a funny behind the scenes like trivia about that scene where he gets given the frog.
Really?
Yeah, and also just
Oh,
an
God.
observation. I'll
Did you say
tell you.
ribbit?
He said ribbit.
Oh man, that would have been good had I said ribbit.
like
Ribbit?
like Star Fox, like Slippy from Star Fox. Ribbit.
Do barrel roll.
Do a barrel roll, Fox. All right. Well, anyway, the Black Ranger was your favorite.
Yeah, Black Ranger was I was a big fan of. I like every teenage boy or young boy, I had a slight crush on Amy Jo Johnson.
Oh yeah,
Jenna-
man, Pink
Jenna-
Ranger.
Plug earmuffs, Jenna.
Earmuffs, Jenna. Earmuffs.
No, but obviously I'm not gonna share my favorite Tommy piece because I think somebody else might be doing that.
No, you can.
No, you're
you
first.
can. I have a
Because-
completely separate one.
Okay.
Because you
I
kicked it
actually
off.
no, you
get
kick it off,
dibs, man.
You get dibs.
Okay.
That's part of
I
it.
have to figure it out.
seclude
otherwise.
Logan for
No,
most of
that's
the
100%
podcast.
right. I
Yeah.
have to figure it out. If I go last, I got to figure it out. You
Right.
go.
All right.
Take
Are
it.
you going last?
I'll go last. Sure.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
Because I already
I'm
know.
I'm a mere observer.
I know that mine is
You've got-
not going to be touched.
And you've got plenty.
I've got way
You've
too
got
many.
plenty. All
I've
right,
got way too
go
many.
for it. Which one were you thinking of?
it's it's the opening scene, of course.
Yeah. Gotta love it.
It's so good.
It's the greatest thing
It's
in the
so
world.
good. I mean,
It's the greatest thing.
everybody
It's-
loves the skydiving scene.
Who, whoever thought this up, absolutely amazing.
Genius.
Let's have all 5 Rangers jump out. Then send out Tommy. Don't just send him
He's the
out.
flagship.
Don't just send him out.
Now, wait, let Brett say it.
Go
You're
ahead.
taking
Go
it from
ahead.
him.
I am taking
What'd
it.
he
Go
do?
ahead.
Yeah, the snowboard. It's iconic.
Board. Yeah, man.
Oh, not to mention the fact that his landing was
Ugh.
amazing, right?
He's and like the whole Angel Grove cheers for him. It's like he is a celebrity.
In
It's
his
like they
town.
realized. They
Yeah.
Flowing
realized.
down like an angel from
did.
above.
Yeah, they realized that Tommy was going to sell everything.
Tommy destroy. Can we actually just be honest? Tommy destroys the Rangers. The
Oh,
whole
yeah.
purpose of the Rangers is teamwork. They're
Yeah.
supposed to be a
Nobody
cohesive
cares
team.
about them.
The reality become and like
It's
that's
just
the
Tommy.
point of the Zord. The Zord is the team coming together,
Yeah.
and then they freaking created Tommy and Jason David Frank was so cool
Yo.
that they were like, "Well, we just got to run with it, man. Just roll with
And the
it."
thing is, his Zord,
Yeah,
both of his Zords, both the Green and the White Ranger, his Zords could handle their own
on their own.
without having to combine with people. Like
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
tough enough.
It's so good.
And even in the movie, like they get their butts handed to them
Yeah.
until Tommy attaches to it and comes down into like the center console seat. And
Tommy.
he's like, and that's when he does the forearm thing. He's like, bam, and then they go
Yeah.
and they win.
Yeah,
It's like Captain Marvel coming in. Hey, where were you at?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, in the movie he becomes White Falcon, which
Yeah.
makes me think of the Key and Peele sketch.
Yeah.
The Key and Peele
Oh, the
sketch,
Key and
the
Peele
Falcon
sketch.
sketch. 'Cause
Oh, so good.
when I'm watching it, he goes, White Falcon, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
my
Well,
word.
yep.
So
Well,
good.
that is a bit of an issue in this.
Yeah,
Let's
a
be
little bit.
honest.
That's a good one, though. Yeah, well, not as much in the movie. They
Not as
changed
much in the
things
movie.
up.
You're right.
but-
You are right.
Yeah. But anyway, that's fantastic. That's awesome.
This opening scene is so good.
Harry, how about you, man?
Skip. No, I'm
All
just
right.
kidding. No, to be honest, I have
Hard pass.
Rita Repulsa, favorite character.
Rita
No,
Repulsa is my favorite
Zed.
character.
No,
Zed, Lord
dude, I
Zed,
know
man.
who you.
Oh, of course.
Dude,
I know
Lord
who
Zed
you
is
got
so
behind.
cool.
No, come on. Let's be.
You mean of the Rangers?
Ivan Ooze. Ivan Ooze
I do like
was,
Ivan
was
Ooze.
Harry's favorite character.
Lord Zed's better.
He is better.
Lord
He's
Zed.
awesome.
Lord Zed is actually one of the coolest character designs.
He's period.
He's like muscle and
Period.
sinew with like
Yeah.
metal, with like a metal.
Lord Zed is
like a metal
phenomenal.
bikini.
Yo, when
He's so cool.
when he first came out, man,
he was
I was
terrifying.
it was intimidating.
I noticed actually in this movie he has his brain exposed.
yeah.
In this movie,
And it
they
pulses.
actually it pulses. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but
Anyway,
Harry,
so I know you didn't have a lot of power.
Yeah, I
Rangers
have
as a
really,
kid, so-
but I did tell Greg that I was hand-me-down from like
Yeah.
a poor kid's toy store. They had like bags of toys that were just like $5, and it was just like a grocery bag of toys. And someone bought me that, and it had the watch that they could call into.
That's so cool.
gosh.
What do you call it?
The
Zor-
Zordon
Zordon,
Palace,
yeah.
yeah.
and
That's
it like
good.
made all the noise. And I was like, "This is the coolest thing ever." I knew what it was.
Yeah.
I didn't really know a lot about it, but I was like, I know that this is cool.
I know,
And I know it's at least 10 years old because
I
there's
know-
so many scratches
I know
all over
nothing
it.
else. But I know
Also,
this is cool.
also
Yeah.
the like band was gone,
Yeah.
so I had to build my own band.
Well, you-
Nice.
But I attached it. I attached it to my when I was a kid. I made like
Batman gauntlets.
pretty much Batman like melee gauntlets with
Yeah.
soccer shin guards.
all of this is phenomenal.
Ooh. Yeah.
Everything that you
Attach
were
that
saying
sucker
is
onto
like
there. I was the coolest kid in the world.
coolest
Yeah.
kid in the world.
That's what happens when you're
Yeah.
poor, and I love my parents, and
was
they
there
gave
a
me everything
morpher?
they could. But
Was
what?
there a morpher in there?
No,
I don't
he just has the
no,
coin.
no,
He
it's
has
just
the,
the.
No, I mean in his bag.
oh, in the
Oh.
yeah.
But no, I mean,
That's
what I can appreciate about this is it's like the golden age of like merchandise,
Oh,
just
yeah.
like with
Yes.
Transformers,
GI Joe,
GI Joes. You have Power Rangers,
Ninja Turtles,
TMNT.
Yeah,
It's like the golden king age
Oh,
of
man.
taking
everything
kid
was great.
shows and like
Yeah.
just pumping out merchandise.
Yeah, crank.
Just
So
capitalism at its
good.
finest. No, but I mean, like,
Sell it all.
that
but no,
money.
like legitimately,
Yeah,
it's
get that
impressive how they've been able to
Actually,
carry
I
it
should be saying
on.
Get that paper. That's what
That's
it
true.
is.
Get that paper.
No, but it's impressive to see like how all of those like 4 or 5. There's probably more out there. I mean, besides like Star Wars and your superheroes and Batman, DC, Marvel,
Yeah.
like all of those were able to just create more and more storylines that just kind of kept kids involved and like interested,
Oh,
even
yeah.
though they probably weren't that great. But they're like, oh, it's the next Power Rangers movie. It's
So
the next
good.
TMNT.
I'm sorry. How dare you?
They were all great.
suggest that
Okay.
Anything
Every
wasn't
single
great.
one was great.
How dare you?
Anyways.
Every
No,
single one.
But eventually, like I feel like each kid kind of found their like niche, or whether it be
Sure.
the Power Rangers or Ninja Turtles, or most probably gravitated more towards like DC or whatever. But you always had a special, just DC,
Not
not
many.
really Marvel. Till the MCU,
Spider-Man.
no one cared about Marvel till the MCU.
Except
Mhm.
for true fans.
It is true.
Like
I will
That
give
is
you that.
very true.
I
will
was-
give you
That
that.
is very true.
That's all I read.
Yep.
Spider-Man
Yep.
and X-Men all day,
Yep.
every day.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was always impressed by the ability to create
They
storylines
really
to
did.
just sell more merch.
Merch upon merch upon merch.
merch.
That's right.
And also, although they may be like fake, kind of like wrestling, which we all witnessed a couple weeks ago,
Sure did.
Wait,
they
what?
are
Both of
athletic,
those
and you
things
have
are
to give
real.
them props for that. So.
I just want to say,
I think Power Rangers
I don't
and
think-
wrestling are real, actually.
How dare you.
Number one.
I don't know what you're
Let's
talking
be
about
honest.
over here.
Power
Facts.
Rangers,
Power Rangers
Are
are
real.
definitely real.
Are real.
definitely. There's no.
Why is there
Zordon-
no violence in our
WWE
Zordon,
is
Zordon
not
chooses.
fake. It's just choreographed.
Zordon
I don't
chooses.
Do they hit each other with like knees? And
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're telling me they kick each other? They don't just slam the mat when they?
No, they do both.
Oh, sometimes
they
they
do both.
slam the mat.
I'm saying they do both. I mean, Big E broke his neck because a
There's
guy
a
threw him
difference.
wrong.
Well, that was an accident.
Like I know, but he still
Yeah.
threw
Still
him.
choreographed.
Like, it's
But
still-
also
it's
back,
still-
I would. Hey, listen.
it's not-
Back in the
it's not like it's
day,
fake.
there was a lot more real wrestling.
True.
Oh,
true,
yes,
true.
yes.
It's become much more pretty boy.
ECW,
Much more pretty boy now.
Yeah, exactly.
Attitude
Yeah,
Era.
much more pretty
Yeah,
boy.
absolutely.
100%. I'm not.
Yeah.
I won't
Stop
disagree
the
with that at all.
chairs.
Power Ranger. Power Ranger.
Tables on tables on tables. The number of
No
tables,
chairs.
there have been triple tables. People have gone through triple tables.
True.
That is the stuff
Safer
that you
than
will
chairs.
never see
It's
again.
all physics.
It's all physics.
You
It's
will
science.
never see that stuff
It's
again.
science. So anyway,
Power
yes.
Rangers is real though. Zordon
Thank you.
chooses teenagers
Right.
to help protect the galaxy.
Angel,
Can I
from
say it?
Angel Bay.
Can I
bro.
say what you said?
Yeah,
From Angel
best,
Bay.
the best
I
ooze.
smell a teenager.
I was just gonna say, can we all agree? Can we just all agree that teenagers are still very odious?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Creepiest thing
The
ever.
first
That's
thing
true.
Ivan Ooze
Shoot, I
says.
should
Like,
say
if
that.
your
That's
parent
because
walked
Axe
in while
sprayed.
he said that and you're watching the movie, they're just like, no, this is
smell
why you go to private school,
teenagers.
Billy.
Yeah. Holy crap!
That's because
odious.
Axe body spray you can smell from a mile away.
Yeah, but it's like I love
Our
how
viewers are 90% teen. No, I'm just
after
kidding.
5,000
I don't think
years,
In
that's
Sweden.
No.
after 5,000 years, his nose is still calibrated to the stench of teenagers.
That's wonderful. That's
Age,
correct.
right here.
Right there. Listen.
Sharp cheddar,
this is-
teenagers. I know the difference.
Veteran
Yep.
nose over here.
Yeah.
Bod.
Oh, man.
It's Bod, Adidas cologne, and Michael Jordan
Oh
cologne.
my
Yes,
goodness!
sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Agreed.
Adidas cologne.
Adidas
Oh my
cologne.
word.
That's throwing it
Oh,
back.
it's gross,
Throwing it
man.
back.
Yep, and you'd feel all fancy because it came in that little like glass rectangle.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
The Adidas one was like a triangle.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah, right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Oh, gross.
All right, Greg, you're up.
All right. Well, I didn't
Hit it.
have one of the watches, but I did have the gloves that
Mhm.
when you squeezed them, they went shh, and when you punched them, they shh, 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 and it made all the
Pretty
sounds.
sweet.
And
That's
it,
good.
yeah, it
That's
had
a
like
nice
the
toy.
diamonds on them
It's
and
a good
everything.
toy.
Yeah, me and my buddy Christian used to like just punch the crap out of each other with these things on. 'cause
Follow
we
us,
were real.
Christian.
Yeah, you should follow us. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
come check us out.
you think you might like it. I don't know. I haven't talked to you in like 20 years, so boom.
Boom.
Now's the time to rekindle. Anyway, those gloves were freaking sick. But I would say, man, I don't know. Like it's tough. There's a lot of great things I remember. I think my favorite thing about Tommy in particular was his character story of being the villain. It was like I think it was the first time as a kid I really saw that like he's a bad guy, but then he like becomes a good guy and becomes like the favorite good guy. And it was just a cool like he changed sides and he became like our ally. And it was just neat to me to see a guy that was the bad guy, but then like he can change and become good.
Yeah.
Thought that was really cool. And I loved, even though he was the Green Ranger at the time, and he was good some of the time he was Green Ranger. I loved his flute dagger. Flute dagger was super sick. He's like playing the and then like his Zord was freaking amazing.
it's about to go down.
So good. But yeah, I mean he was always the coolest. He had the great ponytail and the earring and the moves. He was just always my favorite. Him and Jason the Red Ranger were always my two favorites. I just love dinosaurs, and they were like they were the closest.
the
the
T-Rex
T-Rex
and the dragon.
and the dragon.
Yep.
So sick. But speaking of Zords, in the movie, Adam the Black Ranger gets changed from the Mastodon to the Frog.
The worst.
And if
The
you,
worst.
do you guys remember the alien chick who was like Zordon's warrior partner or whatever?
Yeah.
Who like bestows upon them their animal spirits.
Yeah.
They get the talismans.
Yes.
And
Yep.
it appears so they know who they've got, right? He knows he's a frog.
He knows
he
it.
Sees it.
He
right?
sees it. He's well aware.
So apparently,
Done been made a frog.
apparently the line where she asks why he's sad, and he says, "I'm
Yep.
a frog."
I'm a frog.
Apparently that was ad libbed because he was
Wonderful.
actually disappointed at being a frog because
That's
he was
great.
mad about it. But the best part that I noticed while I was watching this scene,
Anybody should be disappointed you go from a mastodon to a frog.
though, to be fair, the frog Zord was sick with the electric tongue and everything.
It's
got
an
some pretty
apex.
cool stuff.
It's an apex predator
This-
on
this
land
man-
and
He's
like-
sea.
This
He's
man
jumped-
right here.
exactly.
This
Apex
man
Predator.
right here is the only
That was pretty
person
cool.
who actually justifies going
Now-
from
That's
a
the man you
mastodon
want to
a
try
frog.
to
No.
you know,
No.
rectify
You
a
deserve
frog.
to be a
Wouldn't say-
black ranger.
I wouldn't say I would rather be a frog than a mastodon, but I'm just saying he
Kinda
at least
sounds like you
wasn't
are.
super
Because
lame.
it is super lame.
It is.
It's
But
100%
the,
super
the
lame.
best part about that scene is that she goes around, right, to
Yes.
each ranger,
Yes.
and she's like Aisha, who's the Yellow Ranger. She's like,
Yeah.
Aisha, you're the bear. because you're fierce and you're
Yes.
firm and you
Yep.
won't be. And she goes, and Kimberly, because of your
Yep.
flexibility and you're the crane. And she's like giving all these reasons.
All
and then
the
she
reasons.
gets to she gets to Adam, and she's like, Adam, why are you so sad? He's like, I'm a frog.
Yeah.
And she does not then give characteristics
exactly
as to
right.
why
There's
he's a frog.
no reason he's a frog.
She looks at him and she goes, well, like the ones you kiss and turn into princes.
There's no reason he is a frog.
And then the best then,
horrible.
Then she goes
Yeah.
on next, and she's like,
She
and
just
Rocky,
moves
she's
on.
like, and Rocky, because of your determination, you're the ape. It's like she goes on to like then praise the rest of them. And
Yeah.
poor Adam. It's like she
It's the worst.
This was the alien version of looking at someone and just being like, well, at least you're pretty.
Right.
Because she's like, you turn to a prince.
It's honest to God the
It's
worst
like,
thing.
poor dude,
Like,
man.
it's almost as though she like backhands him
Yeah.
because he ad libs that line.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like, well, I'm
Yeah.
a frog. Yeah, you are.
You are.
Like,
At least you're
too
pretty.
bad you're pretty. Moving on.
See you later,
Yeah.
loser.
Well,
Yep. Yep.
Tommy gets the freaking White Falcon.
Yes,
with
he
the
does.
with the wings and the missile
Yes,
launchers.
He
And,
does.
freaking sick. All right,
Yeah.
what was your when you think of Power Rangers? When you think of Tommy, what is your thing here, Logan?
Buckle up, boys.
Buckled up.
Buckle up. All right, so many things to talk about. Here's my sentimental favorite thing. Here's
Good.
my sentimental
Let's hear
favorite
it.
thing. I am a 33-year-old man. Okay,
Truth.
I'm a 33-year-old man.
It's a fact.
My dad comes up to me the other day and he goes, "Did you hear about
oh my
Tommy?"
goodness. Yeah,
And I go, "Dad, yes, I'm well aware."
I've already
and
wept.
he goes to me, "You watch that every Saturday morning."
Oh.
He's like, he's like, "Tommy was your favorite."
yeah, for sure.
This is what my dad, love you, Dad, and he will watch this episode. He came up to me, and that was almost like the saddest part of Jason David Frank passing was my dad being like, "You loved Tommy.
Yeah.
You loved him. And you wanted to be him." And like,
For
he's like,
sure, man.
Can you believe this? And I was like, no,
Oh,
no, I can't.
yeah.
Like, I was like, so like, that was amazing because my dad remembers me being obsessed with the Power Rangers as a child.
That's
and
so
now
good.
being home here, he comes up to me. He's like, did you hear about this?
Yeah.
Like, and my dad knows nothing going on in society. Like, nothing.
Society?
Like, just
Not just
generally,
comics.
not just like just
Society.
nothing. But this he knew, and
Sorry,
he came
Scott.
to talk to me about it. And love you, Dad. Like that was amazing. And so that's like number one. Number two, Green Ranger was the best. I don't
was so-
care about the White
the
Ranger.
shoulder
I'm
pads and
sorry.
everything and the
Green
diamonds.
Ranger was the
Yeah.
best Ranger.
Green Ranger's sick.
Exactly right. He's got the gold chest plate.
With the diamond.
He has the dagger that is a
Yeah.
frickin' flute that calls the Dragon Megazord.
He's freaking got Godzilla as a Zord.
Exactly. And every single time he plays that flute,
The water.
the water and then the hand rockets.
Yeah.
Every finger is a rocket. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Yo.
Who stands against that?
Yo.
Nobody.
Yo,
Nobody.
The best is that he can be anywhere,
Yeah.
like in the middle of the city.
Didn't
He
matter.
starts to play that flute.
That dragon is
No.
up out of the water.
He's all of a sudden on a cliffside
Yeah.
with like waves breaking behind
Yep.
him. Like, how did you get there?
Slow motion.
Don't worry about it.
Do you understand?
Good.
Every one of those scenes, and I've watched Power
Yeah.
Rangers too many times, both as a child and as a
now.
grown man. Okay, I realized the reason that they were able to do so much with it, it
Yeah.
was such a low budget show.
Oh,
Okay?
sure.
Let me no, but like I don't
Most of
think
it
you
was from the
realize.
Japanese
It seemed like
show.
every fight
So
scene was in the same set.
Every
Yeah.
fight scene
Oh,
was
yeah.
in the same set.
Some
But
type of desert.
Every introduction
Yeah.
to the Zords was pre-recorded.
It was all the same.
It's
Yeah.
all the same.
Yep.
It's all the same. It's pre-recorded. It's
Yep.
they just put it in.
Well,
They
and for
put
the
it in
first
the
couple
episode.
seasons,
There
whenever
are only 2 seasons. There
Okay,
are only
well,
2 and here's the
So
reason.
maybe then for the first two, and maybe then for the entirety of the original series, but for a while whenever they were in the suits with the helmets on, it
Yeah.
wasn't them.
Exactly.
It was the Japanese show.
Exactly.
So
And
they
so
did
the
pay
other
for
thing
that,
that I want to
which is
name with
rad.
this is the reason it's such a low budget and they make
Yeah.
so much money off
So
of it.
much.
So much money, please. Like the reason here
Logan, you're getting all sweaty.
they only do 2 seasons
Right,
of
right.
every single Power Rangers series. The Power Rangers Space Force, Power Rangers
So good.
Dinostars, every Ninja Steel. And trust me, I've watched a lot now because I watch a lot with my kids. But the first one is regular, and then they do like this mega version. Okay,
right.
And the reason for that is after 2 seasons, they have to renegotiate contracts. They cancel the contracts because you want to know why? Nobody cares who the actors are outside of the suits. All you care about is the Rangers in the suits.
Right.
And the only person that doesn't apply to is Tommy, because Tommy is one of the only ones, except Billy. Billy lasted actually into
and Kimberly
other...
did a little bit too.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But Billy is the one who had lasted across a couple of different series.
Yeah.
Tommy is also. Tommy's
Tommy came in a
always
bunch.
been there. He loved his character so much.
Well,
Jason
and he was
David
really
Frank was
into, like,
always involved.
Martial
he wanted
arts
to,
and fighting, and he was all into it.
But he wanted to reboot the White Ranger called the White Dragon. He had a whole Kickstarter around it.
I was actually going to bring that up.
But before you get to that, that is my absolute favorite. Was Green Ranger was the best.
Good.
I still love the White Ranger.
Yeah.
But I hated the transition because his stupid
the talking dagger hand,
the talking dagger was the most
the
annoying lion in the world. He was so annoying. He was so sarcastic. He was so. It's like this is the coolest Ranger in the world. Yeah. This is the coolest Ranger in the world.
He was too cool.
You dare talk back to this man. You are a dagger. I will leave you on the ground, and that will be the end of you. You can't walk. You can't go anywhere without me. You do nothing.
He could fly.
He was the worst. He was the worst.
I agree that the voicing and the character of the dagger was dumb. I liked the idea that he could turn it over, the mouth could open, they could shoot lasers.
Yes,
thought that was cool.
Yeah,
but the whole talking back and the whole
Green Ranger was my absolute favorite. You hit the Dragon Zord, but I have so many memories of watching Rangers, and now I'm watching them. My kids love. The reason I can bring up Ninja Steel is because that was one of the most recent ones. The dinosaur one was one of the most recent ones that I've watched literally with Duke, with Fallon, and they're like, I want to watch the Power Rangers.
Oh yeah, it's great.
But they do not go anywhere near Green Ranger or White Ranger. No, they don't. They don't even the other colors have always come in. They've done Gold Rangers. They've done all these other ones. They won't do green and they won't do white.
Well, without Tommy.
You can't do it without Tommy.
Can't do it.
But they've brought Tommy back so many times.
Oh yeah, he's appeared.
They've done
He came back as the original Green Ranger recently.
Yeah, they've done full movies where they pretend to bring back all of the Rangers across all of time, but they're all just wearing the suits, so it's actually none of them except
for Tommy.
Except for Tommy and Jason. Jason has reappeared as well. So
the original Jason was great too. Yeah,
that's who it was. It was the original Jason coming back and doing it.
I love the helmet clips.
Yeah,
and it's the helmet and that.
And so that was cool. The reappearance and the reemergence of Tommy was awesome because we thought he was gone, and I was like,
and he
devastated.
came back as the leader. He came back and stepped into the leadership
role. Again, it makes no sense that he's the leader because he actually operates completely outside of them.
And Zordon trained Jason to be the leader.
The whole beginning of the series was about Jason being the leader. And the second Tommy walks in, they were like, "Oh, he's cooler. He's so much cooler."
Look at his ponytail.
Yeah, I know. It's
Jason
was it a ponytail?
It was a rat tail.
No, it was real long. It was down in the middle of his back.
It was a
real
real
rat tail, isn't it?
No. It was his whole hair was real long, pulled back.
Short.
Rat tail is just just the bottom of your hair. Everything else is short. It's just the bottom little. It's like the Padawan braid, but down your neck.
Tommy would never have.
Tommy would never have a rat tail.
Never have a rat tail. How could you suggest such a thing?
All right.
So the movie.
So you bring up the White Dragon. That's not actually connected to Power Rangers. There's a company called. If you have
what's not connected? Oh yeah,
White Dragon.
I know it's not. Yeah, White Dragon's
similar.
Not. Yeah.
So there's a company. If you guys haven't seen them, go watch them. Man, they're freaking amazing. Shout out to them. Their channel, Bat in the Sun.
Yeah, Bat in the Sun is a phenomenal channel.
Bat in the Sun is it's a fan channel about heroes and stuff.
They're
and
the ones who do all of
ones
the
that
superhero beatdowns.
So it's,
all the ones that, like, what if these two fought?
Fans vote on who they want to win. Whoever gets the highest. So like,
and they have to justify it. Like, they have to explain. Like, so for example, great example. Batman gets beat by Wolverine.
Right.
No prep time. No prep time.
Right.
And that's the reason he gets
zero
beat.
prep time.
Zero prep time.
But there, so they
with prep time, anyone.
There was a lot of like different characters that would reappear in Bat in the Sun, and one of them that kept coming up was the Green Ranger and the White Ranger, and it was like one of my favorites is Green Ranger versus Ryu, like super cool.
Yeah.
And they built a relationship with Jason David Frank.
Yeah, he came on.
He actually came.
Played
he was always so at the end
Yeah.
of the fight, if he would win, he would take the helmet off and he'd be like, "Oh man, it's Jason David Frank." You know, super cool. And they built a relationship with this dude, and they wanted to make a passion project called Legend of the White Dragon, which was kind of like an homage to Power Rangers, VR Troopers, all those like Japanese shows of the superheroes in those armor.
I think it was also supposed to be this continuation of the story of like the White Ranger.
Like
what
it had
happens
ties to
later on. Yeah,
but I don't think they didn't have the rights to connect it to actually the Power Ranger universe.
No.
But it's like the premise was he was this defender of the galaxy. He ends up loses his powers, and he ends up having to fight to get them back, and he eventually regains them. And they kickstarted the whole thing, and the thought was that all the filming was done. They're not, but we're not really sure. Fans have reached out. Bat in the Sun hasn't really said for sure if they're going to release it. They released a trailer saying that it was pretty much finished, and the trailer looks sick. Go watch it on YouTube. It's freaking awesome. And so that would be his last movie, like if they were to actually release it. And it looks really, really cool. Looks really, really fun. Looks like he had a blast doing it. But obviously he passed before they could do like reshoots or a lot of the post stuff. So hopefully they got everything done, and hopefully they don't need to do anything, and hopefully they can put out something just in honor of him. But go watch his Bat in the Sun superhero beatdowns, like superpower beatdowns. He's always great to watch in there, and all of their stuff is really, really good.
And he's always been so involved with the fans.
Oh yeah,
like, he's always been at conventions,
taking pictures,
always been
super great.
Like where others have where others have at times tried to distance themselves from Power Rangers. He never tried to. He
loved
that.
it.
He loved his character. He loved who he
and
who wouldn't? He's Tommy.
Friggin' Tommy.
Tommy.
Well, so this is a sad episode because Jason David Frank. As of what we know right now, and again, more things could come to the surface.
Sure,
get more information as it goes. But for right now, it appears that he has died from a suicide. And his wife actually came out in an interview, just trying to clear the air, talk about it a little bit. But from her, she mentioned that they were actually away on a weekend getaway when he died. And she found him. So with the police, she couldn't get into their room, and they opened the door and found him. So a tragedy. Just again, we've talked about mental health, and we've talked about the fragility of a person's mind. We don't know his situation, but we do know that it brings to the forefront the importance of having support, having loved ones around you, speaking about the struggles that you're having. And just coming alongside the people that we love.
Having people who will push in when it's really hard.
Exactly.
You know? I've been in that place and had people around me who would be willing to do that and push in at times when it's really difficult. When you don't want to talk, when you don't want to be around people, and not because you like don't actually want to be around them, but because you're just not in a space where you feel like you can. And so I encourage anyone who is struggling with that to surround themselves with a support group, make sure that you're talking, make sure that you're communicating, and recognize like you're never alone in that, and you're never alone in that fight. And so, you know, and if you know somebody who is battling with that, reach out to them. Support them, be there for them. Sometimes it's the simplest thing that makes all the difference in the world to them. So,
is it fair to say you can't reach out enough?
No. Yeah, you can't reach out enough.
Like even if you think you're being annoying.
Yeah, annoying isn't a thing in that case.
Right,
You
you
know?
And also, if
you
you don't
need to
have
reach out.
anyone, we're here for you.
Yes.
Boom.
Indeed.
Yes.
Boom.
So there is no such thing as annoying in that case.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rather be accused of being annoying than the other way.
Right. Then not being there when you could have helped.
Right.
Yeah. So December's been rough for the Legion and for families out there that are struggling, and so our hearts go out to you. Our hearts go out to the fans of Power Rangers and the family left behind. Yeah. We love you guys, and we love the Power Rangers. We love talking about all this kinds of cool
We love
stuff.
Tommy.
We love Tommy. Yeah, that ponytail. Harry's like, I don't know. I guess he's
Spider.
pretty cool. There's a spider?
Oh, there is. I see it.
Oh, nice.
Greg, get over here.
Spider Zord. Bite me. Give me Spider-Man powers. I've been trying to get Spider-Man powers for years. Anyway,
Sorry.
we will see you guys next week on our special Holiday Legion episode.
How many
where we'll be a
spiders
little
have you
bit-
let bite you?
A little bit more jolly.
I'm a little bit
How many?
concerned. Maybe we need to have a conversation with you. How many spiders you let them bite you?
Well, you know why I have these tattoos? To cover up all the scars from the spider bites.
That one didn't work. That one didn't
That
work.
one
That
didn't
one didn't
work.
work.
That one didn't. No, don't worry, guys. I don't let spiders bite me too often. We'll see you guys in the next episode of the Legion of Comic Correction.